Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of the Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity. And unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning. And unto the Bayat, the Dawadah, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. Early morning, Sunday. Lord willing, that this camp lesson be edifying unto the body and to the sincere listeners. So, go ahead and get started with start off with Isaiah chapter 24. Let's see. Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 20. It says, "The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again." Verse 21, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth." Okay. So the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, meaning being shooken up, staggering. Okay. And why is that? Because of war, destruction. Okay. Yahweh Bashim Shai is bringing famine, pestilence, war, destruction, death. Okay. The earth is going to be shook. Is going to be shaken out of place. Wanted by those ICBMs, those nukes, and by natural disasters, earthquakes, storms. Okay. And terrifying sights. You know, this. You know, and the thing is that let's see. You know, we're only a few months away from the election. You know, this thing could pop off at any moment. World War III, okay? You know, the petrodollar is pretty much done. The American dollar has lost the majority of its power. Esau Edom knows that his kingdom has fallen. Saudi Arabia has done away with the petrodollar, joined the BRICS nations, and has turned over to the Chinese yuan, okay? America, aka Babylon, has fallen, man. This place is falling fast. Esau Edom is just doing what he can desperately to keep the masses under a lie when everybody is waking up to the truth day after day. They can feel it. They know it, and they realize that this place is done. Okay, the prices of everything going up, people losing their jobs. People who are jobless can't get a job. The cost of living, there is no working towards a retirement anymore. Okay, you basically working until you die. Okay, you're not gonna have no future for your kids. Okay, let's see. All right. I'm gonna get Ecclesiastes here. Ecclesiastes chapter 3. It's gonna be verse 8. Ecclesiastes 3 and 8. A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. Okay? Right now, we're in a time of war and a time of hate. Okay, this is not a time of love and peace. Yet people still think that everything's going to be okay. Nothing's going to be okay. All right. The people here in America, because of the condition that it's in, the economy, but people are starting to become more and more unstable, more impatient, more emotional, more prone to anger, more prone to doing things that they normally wouldn't have done if they were still in that state of comfort. Okay? The people here are starting to lose it. Okay? We're in a time of war. And by the way, the House just passed a bill for men. It's an automatic for the draft for men 18 years of age to 26 years of age to be drafted in for the military. Okay, the U.S. military, they're low. Their recruitment is low. Nobody wants to join to go fight a war. Nobody. And they're going to start drafting in you women. So this is the time for you women to prove yourselves, right? You are our equal. You're a man's equal, right? Anything a man can do, you can do, right? Okay. Well, now this is it. Show us what you can do. A lot of you loudmouth, proud feminists talking about how us men are useless, that you don't need us. All right? We'll see just how strong you really are when all hell breaks loose. We'll see what you are really capable of in that day. All right? Ecclesiastes chapter 7. Excuse me. Let's see here. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, starting at verse 2, it says, "It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart." Okay? It's better to be in the house of mourning, okay? To know that this is not the time to be, celebrating. This is the time to realize that, look, shit's about to go down. Okay, you have to be prepping yourself, not just physically, but mostly mentally and spiritually. Okay? Yahweh Shem Yahushai has given us the code book to know what's going on, what's about to happen. Okay? Fast and pray and study. And hope that you're not going to be numbered amongst the dead. Because the house of feasting, people who just think that this is the time to party and have a good time, this is not the time to party and have a good time. And the people that are partying and have a good time, living their best life, they're about to realize real fast, They're about to realize real fast just exactly what's going on, what's about to happen. And then they're going to be in a state of confusion and panic, and they're going to be wanting answers. And they're not going to know what to do. Verse 3, "Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better." So sorrow is better than laughter. Being in the midst of adversity is better than being in the midst of comfort. Because in adversity, you're going through that struggle of, knowing what hardship is like, to endure hardship. Okay? Going through tough times. That's what builds you up. Builds up your character. It builds up your it builds you up mentally, physically, emotionally, and ultimately spiritually. Okay, it makes you better, makes you wiser. It makes you more alert. Laughter, like I said, people get too comfortable. And eventually they get caught off guard. As the scripture says, the Lord shall come like a thief in the night. Okay? So, like I said, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. So, by the sadness of the countenance, okay? Like I said, that adversity, the heart is made better. The mind is made better. It's meant to stay alert, meant to stay focused, okay? To stay active and alert. Verse 4, "The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth." Okay? So those that are wise, they know what time it is. They know that this is the time to start prepping and start paying attention to what's going on. But you got people out here that are willfully ignorant, or they just don't give a damn. One of the two, both. You know, these people, they have no idea what the fuck's coming. Verse 5, it is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. So it's better to hear the correction from someone who knows better, okay, than to hear the song of fools. Okay, to be among people who just babble on about nonsense, don't know what they're talking about. Okay, it's better to be amongst people who know what's going on, so that way you don't get caught up. You don't get caught up unawares. Okay, and it says right here. It's going to be Isaiah chapter 12. Isaiah 31:1, it says, "Woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord." Hang on. So I'll read that again. Isaiah 31:1. "Woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord." Okay? So people put their faith and trust in this system. Okay, they put their faith and trust in this government, the military, and of course the dollar. The people now, these people nowadays, they're all about the money, because they know because deep down in their mind, in the back of their mind, they know it's a struggle now. It's all about the money now. Fuck everybody else. I want to get paid. I want that money. The people of this place, America, have made money their god. Okay? And these freaking so-called Christians, they don't know a damn thing about the scriptures. Hell, the things that they do is contradictory to the scriptures anyway, because they believe that the laws are done away with when they're not. Okay? And besides, the military, we can perfectly and clearly see that the government don't give a damn about anybody. Okay? And the homeless situation keeps getting worse. And like I said, the draft is coming. Besides, day after day, man, Russia and China, they're gaining more allies from these other countries that are turning their back on the U.S. And EU and NATO is divided amongst themselves. Okay, they're not in agreement. They're not in agreement with each other anymore, like they used to be. This is going to be, let's see. This is going to be Isaiah chapter 32, starting at the top. And it says, "Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment." So a king shall rule in righteousness. That's talking about Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And princes shall rule in judgment. Talking about the elect, the 144,000, 12,000 elect men from the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay. Excuse me. Verse 2, "And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Okay, so in that day, a man of the Lord shall be as an hiding place. Okay, a shield, a place, someone to protect you, a man of the Lord. Because why? Because Yahweh Hashem Yahshua is going to lift up that standard in his servants. Okay, the Yahweh Hashem Yahshua is going to awaken his excuse me, he's going to awaken his sleeper cells. Okay, those men with spiritual power. Excuse me. Okay, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua is going to protect his men in those days. He's going to guide us. And people in those days, they're going to see, what's going on. Well, why we got this particular vibe or shine to us. Like, why is it that we know what's going on and we know it's about to happen, and yet everybody else is getting knocked off one after another? Okay, people are gonna cling to, they're gonna flock to us, especially you women. And it says here in verse 3, and the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. Okay, for those that have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. Okay, that's the elect and the sincere believers that believe upon the testimony. We are gonna be the ones, Lord willing, that have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. And verse 4, and it says, the heart also of the rash shall understand knowledge, and the tongue of the stammers shall be ready to speak plainly. The vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. Verse 6, for the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. Okay, so the vile person will speak villainy and work iniquity. Okay, continue to speak lies, continue to deceive the people, lead them astray. And that also goes into these pastors and these churches that teach about man-made Christianity. Okay, they're not speaking the 100% truth. And we all know who those people are. Okay, in that day, these people, they're going to understand, that the men out here on the highways and byways, we're telling the truth the whole time, but they're going to regret that they should have listened. Okay, I'm gonna drop down to verse 9. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Verse 10, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Verse 11, tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip ye and make ye bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. Verse 12, they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Okay? So you women, your time of living in comfort is coming to an end. You women are now about to know what it means to be held accountable. Okay, you're not going to be that strong, independent women anymore. You're not going to be that boss bitch anymore that that has that power to tell men what to do. Okay, you're not going to be no strong, independent woman anymore. You're going to be looking for protection in that day. Nowadays, a lot of women are starting to realize, like, look, we're living in a time where, trying to make it on your own is not going to happen. And not only that, but being out here in these streets alone, anything can happen. A lot of you women are starting to wise up now. But yet you're going to still have some women who are still going to have who are still going to have that pride amongst them, thinking that they could do it without anybody. And you know what? That's okay, because in that day when it comes, yeah, you're gonna wish that you had somebody that was there with you. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be Isaiah chapter. Excuse me. Excuse me. Isaiah chapter 41. Okay. Uh, 41 verse 8. It says, "But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend." Verse 9. "Thou whom I have taken from the end of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, Thou art my servant, I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away." Verse 10. "Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness." Okay. Verse 11. "Behold, all they that were incensed against thee, shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish." So again, so that right there tells you who the Lord is really dealing with. He's dealing with only the nation of Israel. Amos chapter 3 verse 2. Roughly paraphrasing, "You have I only known throughout all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities." So Yahweh Shem Yahushua is only dealing with his people and his nation, the nation of Israel. Okay? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, and the Israelites that are mingled amongst these heathens that look like the heathen, you speckled bird, whose father's seed line goes back to Israel. Okay? He's dealing with you. Okay? He's chosen you. You are his people, his nation. Okay? You're the descendant of his friend Abraham, who is our forefather. Okay? And those that are against us, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to put them to shame. Okay? You see. Let's see here. This is going to be Isaiah 42 and verse 1. And it says, "Behold, mine servant, whom I uphold, mine elect, in whom my soul delighteth. I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles." Okay, the elect, whom the Lord so delighteth, shall bring forth judgment unto the Gentiles. Bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. Okay, talking about the heathen nations. Verse 2, "He shall not cry, nor lift up, nor cause his voice to be heard in the street." Slakia. So, okay, so how about Shem Yahushua is going to, he's going to, no, Lord willing, we're of the elect, and we'll be able to bring forth that judgment. Let's see. Let me go. Salakia. Let me get the book of Luke. Excuse me. It's Luke chapter 21, verse 36. And it says, "Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man." Verse 37, and in the daytime he was. So I can hold on. No. No, I didn't want to read verse 37. Just verse 36. So verse 36, I'll read it again. Luke 21:36. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. Okay? So, fast, study, and pray, and keep watch, man. That's all this truth takes. Okay? Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. That's 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8, I believe. So, you got to be, as the days go by, man, you got, and we had as the days and weeks go by, you have these Edomites, they're getting more and more bold. Okay? They're no longer going to be nice to you, Jake. Okay? They're getting sick and tired of you being, even these Edomites, yeah, they want you to stay beneath them, but they're getting tired of being nice to you. They're ready to just to tell you, like, to fuck off. Okay? And on the news yesterday, there an Arizona man, this happened back in 2023, but an Arizona man, he was getting prepped up to start a race war in a mass shooting in Arizona. It was an Arizona man that was going to do a mass shooting in Atlanta, Georgia, at a rapper concert, talking about taking out blacks, Jews, and Muslims. Okay, this right here goes to show you that Esau Edom, this just goes to show you that his hatred for you. This man Esau Edom hates everybody, but especially he hates you, Jake. I don't know why you keep thinking that this man is your friend. You got to keep your eyes open when you're dealing with this devil, man. He's the wicked for a reason. Okay, let me get a... Let's see here. This is going to be the book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 47. And it says, "For so hath the Lord commanded us, saying, I have set thee to be a light of the Gentiles, that thou shouldest be for salvation unto the ends of the earth." 48. And when the Gentiles heard this, they were glad and glorified the word of the Lord. And the word Gentile goes back to the Greek word ethnos. Okay? It's talking about, it's talking about the Israelite foreigners. It's going into, in particular word, look up the word genus. Genus. Okay? When you look up that word, it goes into a bloodline. Okay? Okay? So where was I at? A glorified word of the Lord, and as many as were ordained to eternal life believed. Okay? So we are to be a light unto our people. Okay? We're meant to be that beacon of hope and light, the truth. All right? That's why Yahweh Shem Yahushua has his men out here, the prophets, out here on the highways and byways and on the social media platforms speaking. Okay? The people of this world, they already know who the Hebrew Israelites are. The truth hits them. Let me see if I can find that in the book of Hebrews. I think it's I know it's in here. Let me see. There we go. Hebrews 4:12, and it says, "For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart." Okay? So this word, it pierces even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit. So this word hits your soul, man. It can be in a good way and a bad way, and it's like a two-edged sword. So this word that you're carrying here, it can not only hurt other people, but it could also hurt you if you're not careful. Okay? So, you know, the people here, they take the truth. The people here in this, especially in this society, are way too sensitive. They take the truth for hate speech. They take it for, you know, being evil. As the scriptures say, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. Okay, and it says here, let's see. Verse 13, it says, neither is there any creature that is not manifest in his sight, but all things are naked and open unto the eyes of him with whom we have to do. Verse 14, which means that, you know, nothing is hidden from the Most High, okay? He sees everything, okay? You can't hide from him. No, even though you think you're doing something in secret or behind closed doors or behind the curtains, he knows what you're doing. Verse 14, seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heavens, Yahushua, the son of Yahweh, let us hold fast our profession. Verse 15, for we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. So Yahushua, during his time here on earth, he was in the same position that we're in, okay? But yet he kept the law perfectly, but we're not going to be able to do it. Okay, we're not going to be able to do it like him. All we can do is follow his example to the best of our ability. Okay? Yahushua was the one who did it perfectly, but us, it's not going to happen. That's why all we can do is do it to the best of our ability. And the Lord knows that we're not going to get it perfectly. He knows that. He knows. Okay, let me get a... Let's see. Hold on a second here. Okay, verse... No, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, this is 1 John chapter 4, verse 1. Excuse me. Yeah. And it says, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of the power, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Okay? And we already know who the false prophets are. And that's why you can't believe every spirit that you come across. You have to try the spirits. Okay? You have to, I mean, even though a person could be a Jake, but you know, okay, they're an Israelite, but is their mind in the right place? That's why you have to, you know, converse with them, see where their mind is at. Okay, you just can't expect, okay, he's an Israelite, so, and even if they do know that they're an Israelite, that doesn't mean that they know exactly what's right and what's really going on. Okay, if they don't, if the Lord doesn't have it in their spirit to be humble and accept 100% truth, you know, it's as simple as this, man. You know, we can't waste time. We don't have time to waste on those that want to lean upon their own understanding and don't want to humble themselves and listen. Okay? But you have to try those spirits, man. You have to, in a way, you have to test people. You know, have to converse to see where they're at. Okay, see what they believe in, where their mind is at. Do they know what's going on? Do they know anything about the scriptures? So and so. But nowadays, the majority of Jake, they flock to these false prophets. Like, you know, when we all know who they are, like I said. Verse 2, hereby know ye the Spirit of the Most High. Every spirit that confesseth that Yahushua HaMashiach is come in the flesh is of the Most High. And every spirit that confesseth not that Yahushua HaMashiach is come in the flesh is not of the Most High. And this is that spirit of anti-Hamashiach, whereof you have heard that it should come, and even now already it is it in the world. Ye are of the power, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. They are of the world, therefore they speak of the world. Oh, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them. Verse 6, we are of the power. He that knoweth the Most High heareth us, and he that is not of the Most High heareth not us. Hereby know we that the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. Okay, so hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. So, again, those that believe and follow 100% truth, that's the spirit of truth. And those that are of the spirit of error, they know that they're Israelites, but they follow after the world. Okay? We are not of the world. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, this is going to be Jude. Starting from the top, verse 1, and it says, Jude, the servant of Yahushua HaMashiach and brother of James, to them that are sanctified by Yahweh the Father, and preserved in Yahushua HaMashiach, and called, mercy unto you, and peace and love be multiplied. Verse 3, beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that ye should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. For there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation, ungodly men, turn the grace of our power into lasciviousness, and denying the only Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach. So, certain men crept unawares. You know, you have ops or agents, whatever you want to call them. Okay? People that, you know, they're here just to spy on us, see what's going on, and you know, go, you know, report back to whoever, or, you know, to voice out, you know, basically people who are here just not for the truth's sake, but for their own, you know, their own motives, or under someone else's order. Okay, that's why you got to be careful, man, because you can't deal with everybody. You know, that's why we're not so trusting of these people, because look at where we're at. We're in Babylon. Okay, a lot of these people, a lot of these people, like I said, they're drenched in lies and deceit, and that's how this society works. Okay. There is no truth in this place. Neither is there any truth in these people. So it's really hard to trust anybody here. You don't know if this person has any ulterior motives or if they're sincere. That's why you have to try those spirits, man, to see, you know, if they're really sincere and genuine, or if they're here for some other reason. Okay? And me personally, I don't trust nobody. You want to call it paranoia? Yeah, sure, go ahead, call me paranoid, but Really, I don't trust nobody except for those that are in the truth. I don't even trust my own family. You know, and turning the grace of our power into lasciviousness and denying the Holy One of Israel, you know? Turning this truth into a prophet, turning it into a lie for their own agenda, for their own wants. Okay, you're not supposed to do that. Okay? You know, they'll take this truth, they'll take this Bible and twist it and pervert it into something that is going to fit their own ideals. Verse 5, I will therefore put you in remembrance, though you once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believed not. Okay? So destroy them that believe not. Okay? The 2/3, they don't believe, and they're going to be destroyed on this side. Verse 6, and the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting change under darkness, unto the judgment of the great day. Verse 7, even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. Likewise, also these filthy dreamers defile the flesh, despise dominion, speak evil dignities. So, again, all these people of the world, man, Yahweh Shemi Shai is going to make an example out of them. So that way you're going to know better to fear Yahweh Shemi Shai. You 2/3, okay? You're going to be made an example of on this side for us to know better and to do better. But when you come back in the kingdom through the loins of the elect, then you're going to know better. You're going to know why. You're going to, in that point, then you will hear and know. Okay? But the elect that are on this side, they're going to get it. They're going to understand. Let's see. Get a... Slovakia, let me see here. Let's see. See, okay, I'm gonna start at, this is gonna be John, the book of John, chapter 7. Let's see, I'm gonna start at verse 16. And it says, Yahweh shall answer them, my doctrine is not mine, but his that sent me. So this truth, these scriptures, this is the Father's doctrine. Okay? This is Yahweh's doctrine. This is his program. This is his show. This is his okay, this is all his. Verse 17. If any man will do his will, he shall know of the doctrine, whether it be of the Most High, or whether I speak of myself. Verse 18, he that speaketh of himself seeketh his own glory, but he that seeketh his glory that sent him, the same is true, and no unrighteousness is in him. Okay? So if you seek Yahweh, so if you seek the Father's glory, there's no unrighteousness in you. Okay? And that's what we're seeking on a daily basis. That's why we stick to this doctrine. We don't stray from it, we don't change it, we stick to 100% truth. Okay? And those that seeketh, and he that speaketh of himself seeketh his own glory. Okay? People that don't speak the truth, people that are prideful, people that dwell on vain things, man, they seek their own vain glory. Shit that don't matter. Shit that don't mean nothing. Okay? We're not those type of individuals. Verse 19, did not Moses give you the law, and yet none of you keepeth the law? Why go ye about to kill me? The people answered and said, thou hast a devil, who goeth about to kill thee? Yahushua answered and said unto them, I have done one work, and ye all marvel. Verse 22, and Moses therefore gave unto you circumcision, not because it is of Moses, but of the fathers. And ye on the Sabbath day circumcise a man. If a man on the Sabbath day receive circumcision, that the law of Moses should not be broken. Are ye angry at me because I have made a man every whit whole on the Sabbath day? Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment. Okay? Judge not according to appearance, but judge righteous judgment. Okay? Judge righteously. Okay? You have to read a situation, and that's you have to read a situation and make read a situation and make a wise decision on things. Okay, so the Jews back then they had sought to kill Yahushua. Okay. Like the scriptures say, in fact, where was it at? There it is right there. John 7, I'm gonna go back up. John 7:7, it says, the world cannot hate you, but me it hateth, because I testify of it, that the works thereof are evil. Okay? So Yahushua, in his time, he this truth right here, this is what's considered evil. So if people were seeking to end his life back then for doing the right thing, what do you think's gonna happen to us? We're trying to do the best that we can, to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, keep the Sabbaths to the best of our ability, and keep the high holy days to the best of our ability. We're just think about that. Okay, we are basically playing the role that Yahushua played. Okay? Speaking the truth, teaching the word, denouncing, the lies, deceit, and all wickedness. We're doing the same thing that he done. And the circumcision, that's part of the and the circumcision is part of the biblical law anyway. Let's see, all right, let's see. This is this is going to be Acts chapter 15. Acts chapter 15. start at verse 28, and it says, "For it seemed good to the Holy Spirit and to us to lay upon you no greater burden than these necessary things." 29, "that ye abstain from meats offered unto idols, and from blood, and from things strangled, and from fornication, from which ye keep yourselves, ye shall do well, fare ye well." Okay, so being in this truth, man, you are to abstain from meats offered to idols. Okay, abstain from philosophy, abstain from, them sacrifices, blood sacrifices or whatnot, and from fornication, idolatry and adultery. Okay. Let's see. And that's part of, that's part of the society, following after false gods, false idols, images, devil worship, fornication. This is what this place is. That is what this place is all about. And we refrain from those things. That's why a lot of people look at us all weird. Is like, why is that? Why is this such a big deal? Why does it matter so much for you to not do this stuff? Because this is the norm here. Yeah, it's the norm here, but it's just something I don't want to do. I'm not down with that. And that's when people look at you weird. All the abominable stuff that go against, that are contrary to the scriptures, that's the norm here. But when you go against it, people are going to look at you differently. People are going to talk shit. They're going to look at you weird. They're going to ultimately hate you. Okay, let's see. Let's see. This is the book of Romans. It's gonna be chapter 3. I'm gonna start at verse 3. It said, "For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? Most High forbid. Yeah, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar, as is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged." Okay, verse 5. "But if our unrighteousness commend the righteousness of the Most High, what shall we say? Is the power unrighteous, whom taketh vengeance? I speak as a I speak as a man. God forbid, Most High forbid. For then how shall the Most High judge the world? For if the truth of the Most High hath more abounded through my lie unto his glory, why yet am I also judged as a sinner? And not rather as we be slanderously reported, and as some affirm that we say, let us do evil, that good may come, whose damnation is just. What then? Are we better than they? No, in no wise. For we have before proved, both Jews and Gentiles, that they are all under sin. As is written, there is none righteous, no, not one. Okay? None of us are righteous. We all have gone off. We all went off. Okay? That's why we're in this grace period right now. To get right. Even though we're still gonna we're gonna have to get right to the best of our ability, even though there are gonna be times when we slip up. After all, the scriptures say a righteous man falleth 7 times and rises up again. So, there are times when we're gonna, make a mistake. We just have to correct ourselves into not doing it again. Not making the same mistake or not making any more mistakes. Okay? That's the condition of the battle, man. To fight for perfection. Verse 11, there is none that understandeth, there is none that seeketh after the Most High. They are all gone out of the way, they are together become unprofitable. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. So, you know, we as unprofitable servants must make the ultimate sacrifice. After all, our righteousness is as filthy rags. Okay? Damn flies. Let's see here. I'm starting at verse 13. Their throat is an open sepulchre. With their tongues they have used deceit. The poison of asp is under their lips. You know, speaking lies. 14, whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness. Verse 15, that was verse 14. Verse 15, their feet are swift to shed blood. 16, destruction and misery are in their ways. 17, and the way of peace have they not known. 18, there is no fear of the Most High before their eyes. Verse 19, now we know that what things whatsoever the law saith, it saith to them who are under the law. And who's under the law? The Israelites. That every mouth may be stopped, and all the world may become guilty before the Most High. Okay? Therefore, by the deeds of the law, there shall no flesh be justified in his sight, for by the law is the knowledge of sin. Verse 21, but now the righteousness of the Most High without the law is manifested, being witnessed by the law and the prophets. Okay? Verse 22, even the righteousness of the Most High, which is by faith of Yahushua HaMashiach unto all, and upon all them that believe, for there is no difference. Verse 23, for all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High, being justified freely by his grace, through the redemption that is in Yahushua HaMashiach. So, we are in this grace period because of Yahushua, who gave his life for us. Okay? This grace period that we have is because of him. And this is the time that we have to get right. Damn flies. Slakia. But, you know, that doesn't mean that the law is done away with. We're still under the law. Okay? It's just, you know, we show our that this is a faith-based thing, and how do we show our faith? Through our works, and our works are by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, that's how we show. That's how, and that's how we show our faith, by abiding to this. Verse 25, whom the Most High hath set forth to be a propitiation through faith in his blood, to declare his righteousness for the remission of sins that are passed through the forbearance of the power. Okay? So I'm going to drop down to verse 31. It says, do we then make void the law through faith? God forbid. Most High forbid. Yeah, we established the law. So, right there. The law is not void through faith. The Most High forbid. The law is still here. Obey. Okay? What these clown-ass Christians be saying in the church that the law is done away with, and they always use this one scripture: that which goeth in your mouth, roughly paraphrasing, that which goeth in your mouth defile you not, but that which come out of your mouth, just roughly paraphrasing. That's a stumbling block. Okay, if Yahushua said that, then why would it say in the law that it still says not to eat abominable foods like pork, shrimp, lobster, and all that? Okay, that's a stumbling block. Okay, the Lord is the same as of today, as of yesterday, and of The Lord hasn't changed. He never changes. Okay, Romans 4 and let's see. Romans 4 and 13. For the promise that he should be the heir of the world was not to Abraham or to his seed through the law, but through the righteousness of faith. 14. For if they which are of the law be heirs, faith is made void, and the promise made of none effect. 15. Because the law worketh wrath, for where no law is, there is no transgression. Verse 16. Therefore it is of faith, that it might be of grace, that it might be by grace, to the end the promise might be sure to all the seed, not to that only which is of the law, but to that also which is of the faith of Abraham, who is the father of us all. As it is written, I have made thee a father of many nations. Before him whom he believed, even the Most High, who quickeneth the dead, and calleth those things which be not as though they were. Who against hope believed in hope, that he might become the father of many nations, according to that which was spoken. So shall thy seed be. Okay? So this ministry that we're in, it's all about faith, man. And faith and having that faith, I mean, the law is part of it, yes, but this is based off of faith. Okay? If it was by the law, then what would be the point of faith? Okay? We have to have faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Have to believe. Okay? As the scriptures say, faith without works is dead. So in order to show your faith and your loyalty to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, you have to follow him and do as he says, which is right here. This is his word. You have to follow it and do exactly as it says. You have to believe that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is the right way. Even though we're in the midst of a perverse nation, we have to do, and the people are going to be against us. Since we're a part of this, they're going to be against us. That's just something that we have to accept. That's part of counting the cost and bearing the cross. Okay, let's see. Let's see, I'm gonna say, let me see. This is gonna be Sirach. It's gonna be Sirach chapter I'll start at Sirach chapter 50. What chapter was this? Chapter 51. I'll start at verse 29. It says, "Let your soul rejoice in his mercy, and be not ashamed of his praise." Verse 30, "Work your work betimes, and in his time he will give you your reward." Okay? So, rejoice in the Most High's mercy, and be not ashamed of his praise. Okay? And fulfill your lot in this time, and in his time he will give you a reward. And that reward is everlasting life, and ultimately it's that crown. Okay? All right. As going back, I said before, but let me go back to it. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 8. And it says, "A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace." Okay? And we're in a time of hate and war. Okay? So we have to, as men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, as the prophets, we have to stand our ground and speak righteously. Even though as this place keeps waxing worse and worse, our lot is to stand with integrity even to the end. This is going to be excuse me. This is Amos 2. Amos 2 and 4. And it says, "Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Judah, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they have despised the law of the Lord, and have not kept his commandments, and their lies caused them to err, after the which their fathers have walked." Verse 5, "But I will send a fire upon Judah, and it shall devour the palaces of Jerusalem." Verse 6, "Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Israel, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they sold the righteous for silver, and the poor for a pair of shoes." Okay? So both the northern and southern kingdom, we both have turned their back on the Lord and done abominable things in his sight. So just like how it happened back then, it's going to happen again today. Both the 2/3 of both the southern and the northern kingdom, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you guys are going to suffer. Because just like how you cling unto these idols and follow after your own understanding back then, you are back in your lot doing the same thing you were doing the same thing. That's why you got to go. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let me get a... This is going to be Zephaniah chapter 3. Zephaniah chapter 3. Slovakia. Zephaniah chapter 3, starting at verse 12. It says, I will also leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor people, and they shall trust in the name of the Lord. The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies, neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth. For they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid. Verse 14, sing, O daughter of Zion, shout, O Israel, be glad and rejoice with all the heart, O daughter of Jerusalem. Verse 15, the Lord hath taken away thy judgments, he hath cast out thine enemy, the King of Israel, even the Lord is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt not see evil any more. In that day it shall be said to Jerusalem, fear thou not, and to Zion, let not thine hands be slack. The Lord thy God is in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save, he will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love, he will joy over thee with singing. Verse 18, I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. Verse 19, behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. Okay? So Yahweh Shem Shai, he has left a remnant behind. Okay, the elect, 144,000, and the sincere believers that believed upon the testimony. Okay, he has left a remnant behind where they would suffer affliction, and reproach would be a burden, being put to shame on a daily basis. Okay, but they still believed no matter what they went through. Those are the ones that the Lord is looking out for, and that he's going to, exalt them, give them fame in every land. Okay. And it says here in verse 20, at that time I will bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith the Lord. So when the Lord gets us up out of here, we're going to be, those people of renown again, having, that the highest reputation, being known throughout the entire world amongst the other nation as a wise and understanding people, and people to be feared. And yes, in the kingdom, the other heathen nations, they're going to bow down to us. They're going to fear us too. They're going to give us praise. They're going to, but of course, part of the balance, you're going to have a couple of people that are going to mock and scoff and be shit talkers, but don't worry. They will be, trust me, they will be corrected. Okay? They will be humbled. Whether they like us or not, guess what? Guess what, bitch? You're under me now. If you don't like it, too fucking bad. All right, Salak, if I seem like I was all over the place today during camp, because I have to go to the plantation later today. That's why I had to get this done early. But nevertheless, I hope that this camp lesson was most edifying. And let me just get this real quick. There's one more scripture. All right. Okay, let's see here. See. Let's see here. This is Exodus. This is going to be Exodus chapter 18. I'm going to start at 19. It says, "Hearken now unto my voice. I will give thee counsel, and the Most High shall be with thee. Be thou for the people to Godward, that thou mayest bring the causes unto the Most High." 20. Thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws, and shalt show them the way wherein they must walk, and the work that they must do. 21. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear the power, men of truth, hating covetousness, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands, and rulers of hundreds, and rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens, and let them judge the people at all seasons. And it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee, but every small matter they shall judge. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee. If thou shalt do this thing, and the Most High command thee so, then thou shalt be able to endure, and all this people shall also go to their place in peace. So Moses hearkened to the voice of his father-in-law, and did all that he had said. Okay, so going back to verse 21. Actually, going back to verse 20. "And thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws, and shalt show them the way wherein they must walk, and the work that they must do." Verse 12. "Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people of able men, such as fear the Most High, men of truth, hating covetousness, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands, and rulers of hundreds, and rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens." Okay, and let them judge the people at all seasons. Okay, and Lord willing that we be those men that will be rulers over thousands, hundreds, fifties, and tens. Okay, that, able-bodied, able men that fear the Most High, men of truth, that hate covetousness. Okay, that stand for the Lord, man. Okay, hopefully that we are those men. All right. So I hope that this, and right now, we're teaching. As prophets, right now, we're in the position to teaching our people the way of the Most High. But again, like I said, this is only meant for the remnant, because 2/3 they've already chosen, who they listen to. So this is only for the elect. Okay, but we still have to reach out to everybody. Okay, even though this isn't for everybody, but still, they need to hear it, whether they will hear or forbear. And with that, I hope that this camp lesson was edifying. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles, a great millstone. I'm going to give peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity, and unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning, and unto the Ba'ath Davadah, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. See you in the next lesson, Lord willing. Kwam Yasharala, Wa Ababa Bal, Shalom, Barakatam.